I've been trying to do this video for so fucking long. Hey, but at least this is more recently uploaded than the previous video, which took like an entire week. So they're like, every single video is like a week apart. But this is like only 4 or 5 days. If you're not part of a community, this is not gonna affect you at all. But if you are part of a community, then you know what I'm talking about. So there's been like these hackers, modders, whatever the fuck they're called. They've just been doing like these like, oh, I'm selling this account, or I'm recovering accounts, and they're all for like money and shit like that. They're mostly around like the range of like $20 PayPal or PlayStation money and shit like that. And it's just been getting worse and worse. Price keeps fucking going up, or they keep fucking giving you lies and shit like that. And because of this, there's some people that have been like taking advantage of this shit. They've been saying that, hey, now I'm doing this shit and shit like that. So basically they're fucking scamming people. They're taking advantage of the fact that people are stupid and they will fucking fall for this shit. And the people that have been getting scammed by this, they've been complaining on the community, telling the person that owns the community, like, hey, can you ban this person from this shit because he scammed me for blah 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 blah. And the person that owns the community doesn't do shit about it because, you know, it's your fault. And whatever the community is built upon, like, I'm part of this like community called like Black Ops 3 Zombies, like, and there's other communities that are like based on good players, like, oh, round 50 this, round 100 this, blah 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 blah, good players, no noobs, no scrubs, shit like that, you know, whatever, etc. Is that dolphin humping a dog? It is a fucking dolphin humping a dog. The fuck? Now, all these communities start off as very good communities, you know, they start off as what they're meant to be, until they get introduced into like the people like, hey, I'm hacking for this and $20 pitching cards, modders, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. And if you leave them there for too long, that community is fucked. Time you can actually make that community good is at the beginning. Once you get rid of it at the beginning, you don't really have to worry about it, because, you know, people that are part of the community, they are aware of this shit. They can just easily rule out the fucking hackers and shit like that. Now, I know there will be occasionally some people falling for it, or some people that like are brand new to the community that will just join it and they don't know about this fucking problem and shit like that. And, you know, they'll fall for it, and, you know, too bad. Think of it as a virus. No. Even worse than a fucking virus. A YouTube trend. And speaking of YouTube trends, they've been kind of in the fucking red zone lately. Bitch. For example, there's the fucking condom challenge, which is the art of fucking filling up a condom with water and putting it over your head. And there's the oh so famous, it's just a prank, bro. And we can't forget about its famous brother, social experiment. And the problem with that one is, like, people would put, oh, social experiment gone sexual, social experiment gone wrong, blah 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 this, something along the title, just for people to fucking click those videos.
So many memories of my oldest brother James from when all 5 of us were growing up. We were army brats, always on the move from base to base, country to country as Dad got reposted. With a stream of new schools, there was the inevitable fights with other kids, and when it wasn't the Bakers versus the world, well, we were fighting amongst ourselves. James was always the protector and peacekeeper, the voice of reason. He'd keep the bullies at bay and stop things when we got out of control. Mom and Dad had put him in charge enough times that whenever that tone crept into his voice, we all pretty much froze and snapped to attention. I was only 8 when James went into the army. Without his influence around the place, we all basically ran wild. I think my folks were relieved as one by one, we followed him into the service.
Now, I will admit, there are a couple of YouTube trends that have been good. Example, like the Ice Bucket Challenge, which is like to raise awareness for the Lou Gehrig's disease. But the majority of them are fucking worse, like the kind that make you fucking question your existence. For instance, they only last about a week. But the bad news is, the next week, there's another fucking horrible ass trend. But it's very rare YouTube gives us a good trend that helps better society. But what's even more rare than that is YouTube not giving us no trend at all. Sometimes YouTube decides to say, you know what, we've given you enough trends, we'll give you this entire week off, but you know what, the next week we're gonna fuck you over and give you the worst trend of your fucking life. YouTube is not what it used to be. Gonna have to conclude today's video, guys. I know it was a little bit short, but you know, that's all I had to talk about in this video and shit. Like, I have no other topics about this shit. But anyway, none the fact, I love you guys Psychotic Waffles,